Hi there, Laura here. Today I'm going to be doing a collab with Cat Blue, and I can't remember exactly how I found her, but she, probably the same way as I find all the small YouTubers, because YouTube never recommends small YouTubers to you. You've got to go look for them, and the way I find them is that I'll go on to my other small YouTuber friends and find out who's commenting on their videos, and then I'll go and check out if they've got a video and see if I like the look of them and follow them. And Kat's only been doing makeup videos for about, well, her makeup videos go back a month, so it's probably more like 2 months the way YouTube works. And so I went onto her channel and had a look at what she was doing, and she's only just started doing makeup ones. But you know how you just instantly kind of click with someone? Well, that's how I felt with Kat, and I just started following her as soon as I watched her first video. And we've been chatting back and forth and discovering we've got a few things in common, but also things not in common. She's way cooler than I am, I think. She's much more edgy and cool than I am. I'm not edgy and cool at all. But she's a musician, so she's an artist as well. It's just that I'm an artist as in painting, and she's an artist as in a musician. And so she's in a band. She has a regular job as well, but she's in a band. She's in her brother's band, and she plays bass guitar. And by the way, Kat, awesome music. I went back and had a look at some of your music videos, because she's got a few music videos on her channel as well before she started doing the makeup. And I was watching her get to know me once, but as she just started her makeup channel, and she was saying, oh, I just like to keep it simple, and I don't like, you know, I like it just subtle. And I can already see, Kat, that YouTube is changing you, because your makeup is getting less subtle and you're using more colour, and I think it's going to be really interesting to watch your makeup journey as you go on, because it definitely does give you more confidence when you're sitting here doing makeup online and things. So I think it's going to be a really interesting, I think Kat's going to be really interesting to watch. And she's quite funny and sarcastic, but she's also got a very sort of serious side. She doesn't mind opening the can of worms and talking about the hard stuff either. So I'm going to link her channel below in the description box, and you can go and check her out. And we, because Kat is into music, we decided we were going to do a makeup look inspired by a song. And we decided we had to choose the first song that popped into our head when we were thinking makeup inspired by a song. So the song that I chose is by the Rolling Stones, called Make It Black. And you might think, well, that's obvious because it's got a colour in the name, but maybe that had something to do with it. But I also think the words in the song and things reflect how I feel very often, which sounds rather depressing, but I'll explain as we go along a little bit, not too much. But yeah, so it definitely speaks to me, that song, and that's the song that I am doing too. So if I could, I would put the song on for you while I'm doing my makeup, but I can't, because then it'd be a huge copyright strike, and that would not be good. So, and I can't sing you any of it, because I couldn't sing to save myself unless it's a nursery rhyme, being an ex-kindergarten teacher. So no, I'm not going to. But they talk about, in the song, he sees a red door and he wants to make it black. So I am going to do the obvious. I'm going to do a red and black look. But black for me is quite a challenging colour. It's not a colour that I normally use on my eyes at all. It's not a colour that greatly suits me. So this is going to be a challenge. And I am going to use my giant Chi Freedom palette. Love, create and express yourself, it says on the front. And I brought this palette for my daughter, my eldest daughter, because she saw it in store and said, oh, Mum, I love that. Can I have that for Christmas? So I brought it for her, and then I kept borrowing it at Christmas time because I really love this red, and I had no red like it in my collection. It's a matte orange red, but I kept borrowing it all the time, so I ended up just buy my own. So this is my one. So I'm going to use some of the reds here, and it's got a black, and I want a few of the neutrals as well. So that's the big giant palette I'm going to use, and it's too big and giant to hold up all the time, so I probably won't be doing that. So I'm going to start off, I think, I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing, but I think I do. I'm going to start off actually with this slightly peachy skin colour and a fluffy brush, and I'm going to put that in my crease. That's so predictable, isn't it? So as I said, Kat hasn't been doing makeup very long on YouTube, so it's going to be an interesting journey to watch. But even though she hasn't been doing it very long, she's already influenced me to buy something. Because she was talking about the BH Zodiac palette and how she'd bought it off Amazon, and she really loved it. Next minute I'm online looking at the Zodiac palette, so I'm blaming you, Kat. And we are so going to do a collab using that because you made me buy it. And I'm going to go into just a matte cream just to do the top there. And I've made my eyebrows quite dark today because I'm going to be using black and red, so I thought that was appropriate. And I got my nails painted black especially for this. And I walked out of the shop and dented 2 of them, of course, because that's just what I always do. I have a vague idea. I'm not really that sure. So I'm going to go into that bright red that I showed you earlier. This one here. So I remember first coming across this song as, if you're old enough, you will remember the movie that Robin Williams did, Hello Vietnam. And that's where I first heard this song from. And it obviously stuck with me because I remember where I found that song, and that doesn't happen very often. I don't usually remember stuff like that though. So although it was an entertaining movie and fun to watch, it was also quite it had a serious message in it as well for the times that it was set in. And I feel like that's what this song is like for me as well. Isn't that just the most gorgeous red? If you don't like orange reds, then you'll be going, no. But I like orange reds, so as far as I'm concerned, that's a gorgeous red. I think I might. This other shape is stuck to stuff. I think I might use some tape because I'm going to go into some black. So I'm going to attempt to tape this. Really shows up the hoods in my eyes down here when you relax your eye and you've got tape on. It really shows all these little folds. So I'm going to go into black now, and this is my bit where the red is turning black. And why is that significant? Because I feel like this very often, that with all the stuff that's going on in my life at the moment, with my nearest and dearest people in my life being sick, and sometimes the world just feels very black and I just want it to stop. But I try really hard to keep it up and positive and live each day. And so I'm trying to keep it in the red, so to speak, with the colour and the brightness and the fun. But the black is definitely lurking there. Look how easy I did that one, and then this one is like completely different. So that is why this song speaks to me. Look how black that is. Chi makes such good affordable eyeshadow. Now I know that most of you won't have access to Chi eyeshadows because you don't live in Australia or New Zealand. And I'm not suggesting you need to find this particular palette or this particular brand. Just use whatever you've got if you decide to ever recreate anything I do. Not that I think you'll want to recreate this one because I have no idea how it's going to turn out. But if you do ever decide to recreate anything I do, then just use what you have, because that's what I do, because I don't have access to a lot of the brands that everyone else on YouTube is using. So I just use whatever I've got, right? I don't worry so much about the brands. Sounds like my daughter's home. I can hear her brushing her hair in the other room. So, man, that black is pigmented. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to go in with, what am I going to go in with? I'm going to go in with this little brush here, and I think I'm going to go in with this slightly shimmery darker red. It's similar to that matte red, but it's not quite. Does that make sense? I think I need to use the other side of the brush, which is a bit fluffier. Dig it in a bit to get some on the brush. There you go. Because that shade's never been used before, it needed a bit of loosening up. And I am going to use one other palette because this one doesn't have the grey in it that I want. Or I should say like the shimmery black. So I'm going into my BYS Rebel palette because that seems to fit the theme of music to me. Not that I'm a rebel, but okay, I can tell that you were a rebel as a kid. So I'm going into Revolution. It's appropriate, isn't it? And it's like a really dark shimmer grey, and I'm going to use that in between the grey, the black and the red. I feel like I'm always trying to do stuff that I've never done before and tape it and put it on the internet, put it on YouTube. Why do I do this to myself? It's actually fun. That's why. Just the whole reason why I do this is because it's fun. I need all the fun I can get right now. And I think I'm going to go back into the red. I'm frowning at myself because I'm not sure if that's the right decision. I think I'm going to have to go into a darker red as a transition between these two. I think I'm going to go into, I'm going to try Wild, which is like a burgundy red. There is a more plummy red there, which I may end up using as well. And then I'm going to go into this red here, which is called Sexy, and use that between these two. Oh, that one was a bit darker than I was expecting. Okay, I'm going to go back into Wild. I think I'm getting there. Go back into the brighter reds. We're looking like so far. I'm going to take the tape off. This one's a lot fatter than that one. Even though I said this one went easier, this one looks better now. But I can clean that up because I haven't done my face makeup yet. I'm having trouble deciding. I want to use this colour, but I'm not sure if it's the right one to use because I kind of feel this one's probably a better one to use. But I'm going to use this one because I need something to warm it up a little bit. And I want to use this to blend it out a little bit. I don't need to blend it out a lot. I don't mind if there's a bit of a line there because that's the advantage of hooded eyes. When you just relax your eyes, you can't see that transition anyway. I don't know if you can hear my dog barking, but it's under the house barking at a rabbit. Do I know what I'm doing? No, I don't. I accidentally put my brush into the more yellowy cream instead of that one, and I like that, so I'm just going into more of that yellowy cream because I actually thought it looked nice. Okay, so I'm going to clean up and put my base on and then come back. Done my base. If you wondered what on earth I was doing, why I was doing my base, is I was listening to the Paint It Black song and bopping along to it because it seemed appropriate. But I can't play it for you. Okay, I'm gonna do my NYX matte liquid eyeliner, the tip 2 anyway. I'm going to go in with my Rimmel Exaggerate Blackest Black and highlight. I've got my Metal Shock eyeshadow from Essence in, what colour is this? Galaxy Rocks, which I don't use very often because it's a blacky, grey, glittery thingy. And I saw Cindy Lou Bindi doing this trick where she just wanted a little bit of glitter. So instead of using this on my eye, because this is quite opaque and I don't want it too opaque, she stuck it on a fluffy brush and then put it where she wanted it. So she just got a little wash of glitter, which is what I'm looking for. That worked well. That's what I wanted, just a tiny touch of glitter. And now I've got a really messy hand. I'm going to put my Lash Princess mascara. I don't know whether it's just this mascara or whether the serum that I'm using to help me grow my eyelashes is actually working, but I feel like my eyelashes are looking longer. It could just be this mascara though. And now I'm going to do the bottom lash line. And I'm going to go into my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk. And I'm going to go back into my reds. I'm going to go into that bright red first. Why does that look so different on the bottom? Is that because it's on the white base? It looks more pinky than orangey like it is on the top. That's so weird. Add some orange in it. That's better. And I think I will go into that wild colour. For my inner corner, I'm going to get my little wee brush and I'm going to go into Boss, which is this colour here, which is a light silver. And first of all, I'm just going to use it dry. And then I'm going to wet my brush. Do I like that? Not sure that I do. I'm going to go into Fearless. Now this is a white shimmer duochrome. It's got a pink shift. I'm going to go on top. Can you see that pink shift? I don't know whether you can, but I can see it in it. I like it better than the silver. I like it, it's very dramatic. I look edgy. Okay, I look edgy. I am. I'm not edgy at all, so that would be very unusual to me. Doesn't, people who know me, look what I've just done. Thank goodness for cotton tips, eh? Or cotton buds, depending on where you are, what you call it. was going to say, people who know me would say this wasn't me at all. So I'm going to do something unusual for my lipstick as well. And I have no idea whether it'll work, so here is my eye look. And now I'm going to attempt my lipstick, and it might go all horribly wrong. But we will see. So I'm going to start off with my Chi lipstick in Status, this bright orange red. And then I'm going into my Shiseido red lipstick, which is in Exotic Red, which is a much darker, plummier red. Now this is where it could all go wrong, because I don't have a black lipstick, but I'm going to use my black eyeliner pencil. I feel like I need a little bit more highlighter, so I'm going to use my Chi Opalescent cream highlighter, and I'm just going to use my finger. I'm going to use Unicorn, which is this slightly pinky one. And there is my look inspired by Painted Black. I actually quite like it. I wasn't sure that I would. So thanks Kat for asking me to collab with you. I had lots of fun, and please go and check out her channel and support her on her channel as well, and I'll see you next time. Bye everyone.